friends, my name is Manu, aka MPT3K Mystery Pinball Theater, and I'm happy to announce the debut of Pincredibles' first original table. It is a love letter, a tribute to The Matrix, mostly the three movies from The Matrix. But this has been a long time coming, so the Fishbowl, myself, Mr. H, Harlan, and a lot of the VPW crew, those amazing creators who brought you many, many amazing tables, they helped immensely in this. We could not have done this without them. But that being said, let's talk about Matrix. First, let's talk about system requirements. Now, this basically runs on the same VP that you currently have. If you have a cab and you're running a pup display, you're pretty much all set. Now, I will say this. People always complain about system requirements. We do have a screen now on the screen, right? So we have a pup screen up here and then another pup screen here, which will require a little bit of beefier processor. But I will tell you, I've been running it successfully and testing on my i7 6700 with NVIDIA 2080 Ti and Windows 10, 16 gigabytes of DDR5. So your mileage may vary. This is currently not that kind of machine. So currently I'm running an AMD 9900 with the same Windows 10, the same 16 gigabytes of RAM, and the same graphics card, which is an NVIDIA 2080 Ti. So you might need to upgrade a little bit. I don't know. We've had people running it on desktop just fine. If you run to the comments on the VPU, you might see some hints about turning this screen off or displaying it somewhere else if you're in desktop mode to give you a little more performance, but we're not going to talk about that right now. But anyway, that's a basic rundown of system requirements for this game. Now, you will need PUP. So if you don't know anything about PUP or anything, I'll give you links in the description for a baller installer, for visual pinball, and the whole workflow. Nailbuster, who is the creator of the baller installer, and the whole reason why we get screens, I'm going to point over here, we get screens and stuff like Jersey Jack or Stern in visual pinball is because of Nailbuster's immense work and great sacrifice to us to create this. And in fact, PUP is required, yes. I think the first pinball machine to come out with an LCD display was Wizard of Oz back in 2013, so it's been 13 years. So please don't complain that PUP is required on this table. Thank you. But anyway, not only is PUP required, but you'll probably need to update your PUP. So it requires PUP display 1.5.2 or better. There is a 2.0 beta. We probably would not suggest you use that just yet, only because there's some differences between the 1.5.2 and the 2 we've noticed. They both work, but if you want 100% compatibility right now, we require 1.5.2, and that's easy if you're running baller installer. You can just go to the baller installer update window, check the 1.5.2, and then just hit check for updates, and it should be pushed out. The 1.5.2 should be pushed out. Everything is exactly the same, but you will not be able to run this table. You will not. You will get errors if you try to run it with 1.5.1. Next up, we have some things in the script you might want to edit. We don't have the fancy menus just yet. This is version 0.99.0 as of this recording. There is a 1.0 coming, but we're going to work a little longer on the game. We want to get this game out there so you guys can flip on it and stuff like that immediately. So there may be some bugs. In fact, you will probably find some bugs. Probably bugs that you won't notice, but we will. The team will notice. But this is so close to release. We want to release it to you guys, so it's 0.99. So go into the script. If you have stage flippers, I do have stage flippers, which means the lower flippers and the upper flippers flip separately. If you, thank you, Agent Smith. If you slightly press and fully press, the flippers will fire different. So there's a variable at the top of the script you might want to change if you have those. You can also change whether you want to use credits or free play, and you also want to set if you have a real tilt bob or not in your game. This game does support tilt bobs, it supports DOF, it supports all that stuff. Oh, update your DOF because there's a matrix configuration on there. And if you don't know anything what I'm talking about, go find some facts and look up ways to install Visual Pinball on your machine. Baller Installer is a great resource. I will post it in the description. Let's go over a quick overview of what I think you should most know about playing through this game. Now, the idea is that you and Tank are both leading the gang, you know, Trinity, Niobe, Morpheus, Neo, through saving the world and protecting the people. So let's fire up a game. Let's start it up. Oh, got to throw in a quarter. Let's fire it up.
I'll be your operator.
So there's Tank.
Yeah.
Tank's going to be helping us out while we save the team. The very first thing you want to do is you want to collect some white rabbits, and the white shots on the table are going to be the white rabbits. Generally speaking, you usually collect 3 white rabbits. If you do 1 matrix mode, you're going to have to collect 4 white rabbits. There is a way of reducing the number of white rabbits, but they're just white shots. Make sure you have your action button set to either your MagnaSave on the side of your cabinet, or a key on your keyboard, or in this case, I have a lock bar button that specifically will do certain things. It also will light up and everything to show me the status of things. But you'll need that action button during play to choose modes and choose things like that. Okay? All right, let's get started. We got a skill shot in the beginning. You can change the lanes. I'm going to do a quick run through. There are 3 multi-balls, and there are other tools at your disposal. If you look at the screen right now, full screen here. If you look at this, we've got certain things. We got a matrix multiplier up in the upper left. We have spoons that says you can't use, but there are 2 spoons, and EMP multiball is set to 50%. Now, what all that means is the goal of the game is to get through all the matrix modes, complete all the matrix modes, to get to the 3 mini wizard modes, and then get to the final mode. Okay, and if you notice, we have this kind of octagon. It's not an octagon. What is it? Pentagon in the middle of the table. That's important for you to know how to get to the mini wizard modes. Okay. Other tips for you is you can stack any of the 3 multi-balls into the modes to help you work through those modes and get through them. You have two actions for your lock bar button. The first is a spoon. If you tap the lock bar button, just press it quick, boom, it'll activate a spoon. You have to be in the matrix for this to happen. It'll activate a spoon, which is Neo's way of bringing the ball back on the table. So it basically activates a magnet by the drain, and it'll throw the ball back on the table. It's effectively a ball save. So everybody gets 2 of those at the beginning of the game, and there are ways to get more spoons. You can do training, and the Oracle can give you them. The other way to use the action bar, the action button, is to hold the action button for like 1.5 seconds. If you hold the action button, it will start EMP multiball if EMP multiball is ready. And that was the 50% that shows up in the corner. How do you get charged to your EMPs? Your batteries are on your spinners. There's 3 spinners on the table. There's 1 that's only accessible from this upper flipper. And the pop bumpers can give you some EMP charge. So it's basically those switches will charge your EMP. All right. So if I want to play a game right now, I'm going to launch the ball and maybe get a skill shot. There we go. And now I want to collect white shots. I want to collect white shots. Woo, what a save. Nice. Oh boy, oh boy. Get control of the ball. There we go. This ramp is backhandable. And one thing you should notice really quick is that's an upper playfield. All right, this is an upper playfield. A lot of people, they see the ball go up there and they start flipping. They start flipping this flipper. All right, this flipper is on the upper playfield, and there's a lower playfield. If you have VR, this is very clear to you because you can see the depth. But if you're playing in pancake mode like I am right now, it's difficult to tell. But whenever you shoot the ball up top, it turns from clear to
enter the matrix.
Opaque, and you can tell. Let me see if I get the ball. You can tell when you're up there. There we go. So now it's opaque, and now you can flip around. The reasons you want to flip around up there are twofold. I got a lock. Cool. There's your squiddy. You might want to flip around up there to update your characters, upgrade your characters. Woo boy, this game is fast, and I lost the ball. You can upgrade characters using the stand-ups up there, or you can lock Zion balls. Let's talk about your 3 your 3 multi-balls that are stackable or playable by themselves. Number 1 is Sentinel multi-ball. The first hit is to the drop target, which will light your locks, which you can see my locks are already lit because you shoot inside the Sentinel to light your locks, and all the locks are lit. Now I have to hit the drop target 3 times, lock 1, lock 2, lock 3, that'll start Sentinel multi-ball. Zion multi-ball, the first one is 2 up here, and then up here, there's a ramp back there with this little flipper. Think Simpsons, right? Once you've locked 2 balls, you start Zion multi-ball. Any successive Zion multi-ball you want to start has to be 3 locks. And the last multi-ball, which is the easiest to get to, but I would say the hardest to complete, is EMP multi-ball. You can see right now, I'm already at, here, let's look at this screen. I'm already at 95% EMP, okay? So we wrote the game so that if you don't do anything really, you just hit switches, you can get to that multi-ball. You can stack EMP, you can stack Zion, and you can stack EMP, Zion, and Sentinel with any mode. Right now the game is telling me I've collected enough white rabbits. You can see the screen here. Tank is telling me to shoot this orbit to go into the matrix. So I'm going to launch the ball, and let's see if we can get that orbit. I can just let it drain too. Trinity, save me. Thank you, Trinity. One thing you might realize is Trinity is like... Okay, so Trinity is important. Trinity is very important to the Matrix. Oh, okay. We got a digression for a second. This is training. So the first time you hit this data disk right here, you start training immediately. If you want to train again, you have to hit it twice. Train again, you have to three times. And now that brings you into training mode, okay? Now, what we did was if you don't want to train, you can hold the both flippers and it'll kick you out of training. But training will allow you to get some perks. So if you notice, I have this training mode. I'm going to let you look at the training modes, but this will give me a spoon. Each training mode will give you a spoon, an additional spoon. They go from difficult to easy. The easiest one is probably jump, okay? So let's do jump.
Tank, load the jump program.
All right. The issue with training, though, is you can lose the ball.
You have to let it all go.
Okay, you do get a ball save at the start of a training session, and they are timed. Training sessions are timed. So let me see if I can. So what it's asking me to do right now is to hit a ramp twice. Okay, let's see. I can backhand this ramp, and then I can miss it completely. Let me see if I can do it again. So that was Morpheus's jump. Neo's got to jump on the same ramp. Captive ball next. I have to hit the captive ball. You can see it's flashing. Captive ball and leave the mode through the orbit. This shot, extremely important. So I have completed training that gave me a new spoon, that gave me easier character upgrades, and 1.3 to my matrix mode. The training is good if you want to increase your score. Every successful shot in a training mode will increase your matrix multiplier. It will always increase your matrix multiplier. Let's see if we can get into the matrix now. This shot is tough, but you can do it. All right. Now we choose a mode, and I will tell you about the mode. I'll let you discover the modes, but there's Trinity in the Jam. Here's Sacrifice and Sabotage. Detected is the only mode that doesn't allow spoons to be used because you're not in the Matrix. One Left Behind. So these are various modes from the movie, various scenes from the movie you can play through. And I think let's go with one of the most popular scenes is Neo versus Agent Smith. Now, one thing I want you to notice is, let's take another look at this screen, is that if you notice you're the grid with all the characters, you're doing character pairs. If you can complete a triangle, all right, 3 modes. So that means the left mode, the middle mode, or the right modes, all 3 of them. That'll put you into a mini wizard mode. And those are the Rescue Morpheus modes. If you want to just go like around the circle, you can, and you can play all the game, but you eventually have to complete the triangles within the main modes to get to the mini wizard modes. All right, so let's choose this. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to choose this, but I'm also going to stack this with EMP. All right, and let's choose it. Now, the first time you choose a matrix mode, Morpheus will present you with
You take the blue pill,
The
normal
pills.
difficulty, normal progress. You take the red pill, higher scoring and higher risk.
All right. So the difference, all you got to do is just like hard versus easy, but the shots don't change. The difference is the blue pill will feed the ball all the way up to the upper playfield so you can lock balls on Zion or upgrade your characters. It'll always feed the ball to the upper playfield if you choose blue pill. If you choose red pill, it will always feed the ball to the right flipper. Okay? Now, there are agents in the middle of the playfield that will pop up faster if you choose red pill. If you choose blue pill during the matrix mode, the agents will take a little, I think they take 60 seconds. If you choose red pill, they take like 30 seconds and they will pop up and they block shots. And the other difference is red pill gives you a multiplier on your bonus. So if you're playing against someone who's playing a blue pill and you play a red pill, if you did the exact same thing, you would end up with a higher score. The game auto chose blue pill for me because it didn't want me to sit there all day. This mode, and there's another mode that initiates a bullet time sequence, which is just kind of a light show for you guys to see. But you can notice the bullet time shots are activated. Let me see if I can hit the ball, lock a ball. I got a Morpheus upgrade. See if I can lock a ball for Zion. Got it? Boom.
Zion battle ball 1 locked.
That's my ball 1 locked on Zion. All right. And now this is under the playfield, notice. I have to hit one of the orbits to start a bullet time mode, which is right there. Captures the ball. There's nothing wrong. It captures the ball and will fling the ball across the playfield. And now we start our mode. Now, I have to complete shots, white, yellow shots. But if I don't want to just play this mode alone, I always have the option to, I'm going to hold the action button, and that starts my EMP multi-ball now on top of this mode. EMP was ready because it was at 100%. I suggest once EMP is ready, use it because it gets harder to get every time you use EMP multi-ball. Now, a lot of things are going to happen.
Multiball. Batteries depleted.
EMP is difficult because not only am I in the mode, which I kind of don't care about anymore, but I have to hit the spinners enough time to juice them up to 100% to get that EMP super jackpot. The hardest spinner is probably going to be the one off the flipper up the top. So I'm going to keep shooting as many spinners and try and get that middle. And what's interesting too is I can use a spoon. As you can see, my spoon light is flashing. I can use a spoon. Okay, now that's done. I did terrible on the EMP. I have an agent flashing right here. I can knock them down. Sometimes they will knock the ball back right into the drain, which is why the agents are kind of bad. Let me see if I can get the scoop. Can we get the scoop? Can we get the scoop? Oh, spoon. So you saw what I just did? I hit the action button, spoon. Now I got 2 spoons left because I gained 1 spoon in training. So I would only have 1 spoon left if I didn't get that training spoon. Oracle gave me a mystery award. Mysteries are light at the fate by lighting all the fate letters. The more times you spell fate, the better perks you get before visiting the Oracle. They are blocking my shot. Alright. Zion Frenzy is started, which basically just switches that'll get you points. Let's see if we can start Zion Multiball. Okay, I have 1 more shot. This yellow shot here. Let's see if we can start Zion Multiball. If I lock a second ball... Wait a minute. Can we do... Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh boy. This game gets really hot and heavy really fast. He is blocking my shot. Oh my god. Oh my god. Okay, here we go. I'm going for that second ball up top, and I'm failing miserably. Stop! I'm going for that second ball. Oh, and they block my shot again. So that's what happens when you choose... actually, that's either pill you choose, the agents are going to come. Here we go. Can we go Zion? Alright, we're in Zion Multiball. We're still in the same mode, and we're doing Zion Multiball. Zion Multiball is just a series of 2 shots, then a super up the left, 2 more shots, a super up the left, 2 more shots, a super up the left, which will complete Zion Multiball for you. So I'm still in this mode though, so let's see how many. So the first 2 shots, boom, there's one. Now this is a tricky shot. Here's a tip. If you can get the ball up the ramp all the way at the top, that will spot you a super jackpot. That will spot you a super jackpot. All right, I'm almost done with the mode. And what I think I'll do is, what am I gonna do? Cradle separate, shoot it up. This should give me, nope, all right, try that. Nope, oh boy.
Nice try, Anderson.
Let's see, spoon. The spoon saved me. I have 1 spoon left. I don't recommend you waste spoons like that. Spoon. I just wasted all my spoons. There we go. I got 1 spoon left. All right. This is a pretty decent game I got going. Let's see if I can get that. This could be a challenging shot. Got it.
Ball 1 locked.
He drops the ball into the lower area. Ball 1 is locked. It's waiting for me to go on the matrix again, but I don't think I'm going to yet. Whew. Up and over. Sometimes you can hit that shot from the upper flipper. Boom. There's 2. Notice you can count the number of balls available, or count number of squiddy locks you have, or Zion locks you have, from the picture up on top. Now here we go with Sentinel Multiball. Sentinel Multiball is a tough one. Now you start with 3 shots remaining. In fact, Tank is giving you the information right here. 3 shots remaining, but they add shots every 7 seconds. More shots happen. If you can clear all the shots, the super is lit at the inner loop. And I got 2 shots now. I need 1 more, which is kind of that tough orbit. It says 1 more shot left. Got it. And the super is lit. You can see a red shot lit up at the top near the squiddy. And I got it. Got the super. All right. Boy, that was... I'm not usually this good at this, so look good for me. Now it starts over again. So I've got the super jackpot there. So that's kind of an achievement for that one. Rinse and repeat. If you ever hit the oracle in a multi-ball, you will get an add-a-ball. That's probably why I have so many balls right now. 2 shots remaining. It would be great if I was in a mode right now. I am not. So I'm going to trade back down to 0. So you just saw me get a... I got a super jackpot. Yay for me. So I'm not going to keep playing. I'm going to probably close it up here. But let me tell you a couple of more important things. So if you use your spoons... See if I can trap up. If you use your spoons, if the ball is going to drain in the matrix. I can't use it now because I'm not in the matrix. If you check instant info, you can get all kinds of information here right now. So hold any flipper, trap up, hold any flipper. You can see where the total bonus is. You can see your progress on your multi-balls, right? So you can see I have completed Sentinel multi-ball. Zion and EMP are not complete, and it tells you how many locks you have towards it. You can look at your matrix mode progress right here. You can look at all the matrix goals, and the matrix goals will be better implemented in the next version, but they are here. Every time you complete one of these tasks or a pair of these tasks, you get a bonus at the end of the game. Believe is another mode which I'll let you guys discover, but that is on the captive ball. And more features are, there's a Battle Agent Smith mode. I have 4 more agents to kill before I can get that mode. You can see your character upgrade status. I have Morpheus upgraded. Deja Vu is another thing. Bullet Loop Combos is another thing. Alright? There are a lot of things in this game, but the most important thing I would tell you when you start, try to remember to use those spoons. Those are like ball saves. And once Tank says EMP is ready, hold the action button and start that EMP multi-ball. I hope you guys have a great time playing the Matrix Pinball. If you get through all the modes, you will get to a wizard mode, which is not written yet. But once 1.0 comes out, it'll be written. Anyway, thank you guys so much, and we really hope you enjoy it. Pincredibles and VPW worked really hard on this. You guys are awesome. Thank you.